Hi, everyone. I just need a couple minutes of your time today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Great Wealth Transfer. Cerulli Research projects that through 2045, about $85 trillion in wealth is going to be transferred from the older generations, the silents and the boomers, to their heirs. About 15% of that's going to go to charitable giving, it's projected. The rest is going to go to heirs. Now, the boomers are responsible for about 50% of the wealth in the United States today, and they have had such a supersized impact on the economy their entire lives. You almost feel bad for saying, okay, boomer, a couple of years ago. Boomers did begin to turn 65 in 2011. About a decade ago, I coined a phrase called the sunsetting of the baby boomer generation. They're going to start turning 85 in 2031. And the sunsetting of this generation is going to accelerate, and that's going to accelerate the great transfer of wealth from the silents, from the boomers, into the hands of X, millennials, and Y. So just to give you an idea of the size of this wealth, think about the '08 financial crisis, the TARP program, Troubled Asset Relief Program. That injected less than $500 billion into the economy to help save the economy from the global financial crisis. So over the next 20 years or so, an amount 4 times the size of the TARP program is going to be changing hands in the U.S. economy. And that money can't just sit in inherited IRAs anymore, right? New rules indicate that if you inherit an IRA, that IRA needs to be drained within 10 years of inheritance. So whether it's in the form of reinvestment, consumer spending, some of it's going to go to taxes, that money is going to be changing hands in the economy. Another positive impact the wealth transfer will have is people are going to have some glass to break in case of an emergency. If you lose your job in the past, you might not have this backstop. Now, if you've inherited wealth, you lose your job, you may be able to maintain your spending levels because you have this backstop. That's not just good for you, it's good for the economy as a whole. So how are companies going to be impacted? There could be a large number of mid to late career employees that begin to inherit wealth and think about retiring early, think about starting their own business, think about changing jobs to something less stressful. So how might companies work to retain these valuable employees? One big idea is for them to think about expanding the universe of workers that are eligible for deferred compensation. So if employees are earning income from inherited wealth, companies may think about taking their salary, offering to defer it into some kind of annuitization vehicle that can provide a guaranteed income in retirement. So thank you for these 2 minutes today. If you do plan on inheriting some wealth over the next decade or so, maybe leave some comments. Tell us what you plan to do about work. I hope you plan to keep working and follow